What I notice about aging in Italy is that older people are still in the middle of life, not pushed to the edge. That is one of the biggest differences I see here. And the older I get, the more I pay attention to it. I'm 64. I have had healthier issues for the last 20 years, even though I was born with a birth defect in my heart. I am not speaking about old age as some abstract theory. I'm looking at it as a part of my personality now. My mother died at 58. My dad died at 63. My dad's twin sister died mid-50s. My sister died at 58. So when I look at older age, I'm not doing it casually. I'm not assuming that I have endless time. I'm looking at it seriously and asking myself, if these were my last 10 years, 12 years, or 14 years, what would matter? I have somebody watching me. What kind of life would I want? And I'm thinking about it. What kind of daily experience do I want? What would I want my days to look like and feel like if it was my last 10 years? That is why I notice older people, and I notice them so intensely here. I look around in the village, I come back twice a year, and I do not see people disappearing the minute they get old. I see them going out, still dressed, beautiful jewelry, a little bit of makeup, greeting each other, buying food, still cooking and talking involved, having their little Prosecco or cappuccino. They are not always young and strong or perfect. They walk slowly, some are bent over, some have obvious health issues, some need help, but they are still in life. They are still participating in daily life. That matters more than people think it does. There's a man here, and his name is Peppino, and every time I see him, I think, wow, this is what dignity looks like. He is an elegant older man. His wife died many, many years ago. He was a high school teacher here in Italy, and he's become blind. Not fully blind, but severely vision impaired, very semi-blind. He is probably in his 80s. He does not walk with a stick. He has the village memorized. He listens carefully to voices, and he knows who people are by speaking to him. He dresses himself magnificently well, and he's constantly still teaching himself English. He goes out, he walks, he keeps moving through the village to say, I'm still here, I still belong, I'm not giving up yet. And he loves practicing English with my women when he sees them. Now, somebody else might have become a total victim in that situation. Somebody else might have shut down, stayed home, let the walls close in, let people do everything for them, and emotionally withdrawn from life. Peppino is not doing that. He still makes the effort to be in the world. Ooh, it's chilly. And people know him. They greet him, they help him. He is part of the fabric of daily life. Ooh, I heard a ribbon. The dogs are barking. The society's coming out. That is the piece people underestimate. It is not just that he is brave or dignified. It is that culture that still leaves him room to be him. He has not been pushed off stage yet. I think that this is one of the reasons so many older Italians engage longer. They are not treated like they have become irrelevant or just because they need more help or have less physical strength, they have to be isolated. They are still seen as people with presence, integrity, habits, preferences, appetite, style, opinions, and values. When a society continues to treat older people, not as problems, it changes the whole experience of aging. The real difference I see here is that older people are still useful. They're wanted and they're woven into the family life or into another family's life. In Italy, it is very common for older parents or grandparents to remain close to their family for much longer, and not just physically close. They are functionally close. They are part of life, the life of the household. They cook, they help with the grandchildren, they keep an eye on things, they provide continuity. Maybe they sit at the table and they dice up the vegetables while you cook the meal. Maybe they wash a few dishes. Maybe they watch the kids when you go out and run an errand. They carry recipes, habits, memories, standards, and family identity. they're not always treated like a separate category of a human being who now need to be removed and managed somewhere else. I'm not saying there are no nursing homes here, but they are rare. They are much less central to the life and the culture. The instinct here is often to keep the older person in circulation as long as possible, keep them home if possible, and keep them near the family as possible. Keep them cooking, gardening, walking, talking, complaining, helping, advising, teaching, living, arguing. And I think that that does something profound to a person's will, but it's the influence even on the grandchildren. People often live longer when life still wants them. That is the plain truth. If someone still expects you at lunch, if a grandchild still sits and waits for you for the sauce you made, if the family still counts on your presence, if the village still greets you, if your routine still matters, then you have a reason to get dressed, get up, and to have a reason to go forward and keep going. I think the United States, we often separate older people too early from meaningful life, not out of cruelty, but sometimes out of logistics, geography, work, schedules, or structure of the modern life. It is also the American way, very sadly. But the result can still be isolating. People lose their daily roles that made them feel needed and visible. And then everyone acts shocked when their spirits decline. I'm not romanticizing old age. It's hard. Bodies fail, vision goes, energy changes, illnesses come, people become dependent in ways they do not want. I'm not pretending otherwise. I've had more heart surgeries than most of you have been in the hospital. I'm simply saying that what I observe here in society that often does a better job of keeping older people connected to be useful with the family movement and public life. And someone who is not young anymore that gets my attention makes me feel of value. Not because I'm interested in pretending that my age is any different than it is. I'm interested in being asked a question. If age is happening, then how do I want to live it? How do I want to structure my life? What kind of society helps keep their people alive and of value with dignity? What kind of daily rhythm keeps people alive? That is why this matters to me. It is not theoretical. I watch someone like Peppino and I think that is a lesson in life to be learned. I watch grandparents still cooking for a family and still being around for their grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and I think that's another lesson. I watch older people out on their daily walk, dressed with care, participating in the village, and I think there's a lesson there to be learned. What I notice about aging in Italy is it's not perfection, it is participation. And I think that may be one of the greatest secrets to growing older without disappearing.